There are some battles you choose, and others that choose you. For William, it was never about honor. It was never about protecting people or fighting for a cause. It was about survival, about finding something valuable enough to change his life forever. And that's exactly what brought him to the edge of the unknown. Alongside his companion Tovar, William crosses vast deserts, chasing rumors of a powerful weapon, something called black powder. A substance so destructive that it could turn the tide of any war. But before they ever find it, something finds them first. One night, under a sky so quiet it almost feels like a warning, they're attacked. Not by men, not by soldiers, but by something fast, violent, and completely unfamiliar. The creature moves with unnatural speed. Its strength is overwhelming. In the chaos of the fight, William barely manages to survive, cutting off its arm before escaping into the darkness. He doesn't understand what he just faced, but he knows one thing. This isn't a normal journey anymore. When they finally reach their destination, what stands before them isn't just a wall. It's something far greater. The Great Wall, massive, endless, silent. But what's more surprising isn't its size, it's what's happening on it. They are captured almost immediately, surrounded by soldiers dressed in vibrant, distinct armor. Every movement is precise. Every command is followed without hesitation. This isn't just an army. This is discipline perfected. They are taken inside and brought before Commander Lin Mei, a leader whose presence alone commands respect. Calm, focused, unshaken, she studies them carefully, not as enemies, but as outsiders who don't yet understand where they are. Because this wall, it wasn't built to keep people out. It was built to keep something in. Then comes the truth. The creatures are called the Tao Tei, ancient beings that rise every 60 years, driven by one purpose: consume. They are not random. They are not chaotic. They move as one, a single mind controlling thousands. And the wall is humanity's last defense against them. At first, William doesn't care. This isn't his war, this isn't his people. All he sees is opportunity, the black powder, the weapon he came for. If he can get it, he can leave. That was always the plan. Until the attack begins. It happens fast. Alarms sound, drums echo across the wall. The soldiers move instantly. No panic, no hesitation. Each unit takes its position. Archers, infantry, specialized warriors, and then they arrive. The Tao Tei. They come like a wave, fast, relentless, endless, climbing the wall, crashing against defenses, attacking with terrifying coordination. This is where everything changes, because what William sees isn't just war, it's a sacrifice. Soldiers launching themselves off the wall, tethered by ropes, plunging into danger, just to take down a single creature. They know the risk, they do it anyway. Not for glory, but for everyone behind them. For the first time, William hesitates, because this is different from anything he's ever known. He's fought battles before, but never like this. Never with people who are willing to give everything, not for themselves, but for others. The battle ends, for now. The wall holds, but the cost is clear, and something else becomes even clearer. These creatures are learning. As days pass, William begins to observe more. The structure, the discipline, the unity. And at the center of it all, Commander Lin Mei. She doesn't lead from behind. She fights alongside her soldiers. She trusts them, and they trust her. There's no fear in her decisions, only clarity. And slowly, without realizing it, William begins to change. But the Tao Tei aren't done. They adapt, evolve, and then they do the unthinkable. They find a way past the wall. It doesn't happen in a dramatic explosion. It happens quietly, strategically. A small breach becomes a massive threat, and suddenly, the fight is no longer at the wall. It's heading straight for the capital. This is the moment everything shifts, because now, there's nowhere left to run. William has a choice: leave, take what he came for and disappear, or stay, fight for something that was never his to begin with. And for the first time in his life, he chooses to stay. The plan is dangerous, almost impossible. The Tao Tei are controlled by a queen, the source of their unity, their intelligence. If she falls, they all fall. The final mission begins. The city is already under attack. chaos everywhere. The Tao Tei swarm through the streets, overwhelming defenses. And above it all, a single chance. Using a massive balloon system, William and Lin Nei rise into the sky. Below them, the battle rages. Above them, silence. But the tension is heavy. Because this is it. No second chances. They reach the heart of the swarm. The queen, protected, surrounded, untouchable. One move, one moment, everything depends on it. They strike, the explosion hits. For a second, nothing. Then suddenly, the creatures stop, freeze, and collapse. One by one. The connection is gone. The queen is dead. The battle ends. Not with noise, but with silence. The city is saved. The wall stands. And the war is over. In the aftermath, William is given what he originally came for. The black powder, the power, the opportunity to walk away richer than ever. But something has changed, because he's no longer the same man who arrived. He came chasing value, but he found purpose. He came to take, but he learned to protect. And so, he leaves it behind. Because some battles don't just test your strength, they change who you are. And in the end, the greatest walls aren't built to keep enemies out. They're built to protect what matters most.